This is Chris. This is a new channel. It's about writing my own personal books that I'm working on. And this book that you see over here to the side is written by Maylon Williams. And it's Conflict, two brothers. I recorded the audio here in the studio and I'm uploading it to turn it into an audiobook. And to go through the process, I want to show you this. So chapter 3, right? Now that's the Audacity file. So I had to get this program called Audacity, and it's free, so you can download it. Once you finish doing all of your recording, then you can download Audacity. So what I did originally is I recorded everything, and I used Persona Studio One. And once I recorded everything, then I went in and I mixed down the MP3s. But if you don't do the MP3s correctly in Personas, then Audacity, the free program, I'm going to open this so you can see what it looks like. And I'm doing chapter 3. So I'm uploading chapter 3. It's what you see over here to the side. But so I'll show you what happens if you upload it and you don't have the specs correct. And if you're in the process of uploading an audiobook, this should help you a little bit, and hopefully it does. I really hope this chapter doesn't take a really long time to convert. So inside of the dashboard, I'm using ACX, which is Amazon. And I'm doing a broad distribution where it can go to Spotify and all of these other platforms. Since I'm the publishing company for Melon's book, for Conflict, I'm the publishing company for it. But I'm also the narrator. I'm reading the book as well. And I could have used a couple of other platforms, but ACX seemed to be the best option since it's going to send it to Audible. And then it's also going to send it to Spotify. I think the royalties on that is like 30%. But this is a big chapter, so it's going slow. And I should have chose a different chapter so you could see it, because this is such a big chapter. And when it goes up, it's going to fail. It's going to fail. So you can see over here to the side as it uploads. And then I'm going to show you what I did over here in Audacity. And like I said, Audacity is a free program. You can download it. And once you get it downloaded, there's no link. I don't get any benefit from sharing that information. But, oh yeah, so it's a 13-minute chapter. So it's going to be slow. So I definitely apologize for having you guys sit here and listen to me ramble about creating an audiobook. Now, could I do this in bulk? Yeah, but I have a feeling if I do it in bulk and I don't automate it in some way, the computer's going to bog down. It's going to slow down to a ridiculous speed, because this book has 45 chapters, and then you're going to have closing credits and retail sample. Sample should be 5 minutes less, and start from the beginning of the audiobook for a seamless transition into the full audiobook. At the beginning of your audiobook has explicit content, please. And this one has explicit content, so I'm not going to do a retail audio sample when I get ready to finish this. I'll do the closing credits, and hopefully people can kind of sample it. But the book is about, it's like if you had Power or The Wire, that's what the book is, and it's like that. So I definitely can't do an audio sample. It curses within like the first 2 pages. But let's scroll back up and see where this is. All right, it's at 72%. And remember, like I said, this is going to fail. It's going to fail, but that's the whole point. I want to show you what I did to fix it, because once I recorded the audio's done, I was like, well, good. I can just go in and start uploading these chapters, and it should be pretty straightforward, but it is not. It's not straightforward. You have to do some corrections and meet these specific guidelines for it. And once this is finished, I'll show you that. Okay, y'all, it's at 95%. It should be finishing in the next 5 to 10 seconds. And I'll be able to show you what it looks like when your file fails. Okay, so 98%, 99%, and we get to 100%. And it's going to tell me it failed because I know my levels inside of Studio One when we recorded the book, I know the levels are not accurate. So the levels have to be fixed. So the entire the entire book is cohesive. So it all sounds the same. All right. but it's analyzing the file, and boom, you see where it says over here, issues found with uploaded audio. Issues found with uploaded audio, see details, and here are the details for what it says, and make sure it's over far enough that you can see it. Audio analysis provides feedback on your uploaded audio files, allowing you to see and correct any issues before submitting your project to QA. Files are analyzed against ACX's submission requirements for RMS, peak levels, bitrate method, sample rate, mixed channels, duplicate files, and spacing. And keep in mind, it does not detect issues such as noise, floor, or editing errors. Be sure to conduct your own end-to-end review of all files before submitting your final project to QA. Now, I could either download the report, or I can simply click here, and it tells me Chapter 3, RMS is too low. Raise the level of this file by 14.2 decibels. Visit guide. So you have a guide that shows you how to create a file. So what I did, I know that's incorrect. The value is 37.2. So what I had to do is come over, because that's incorrect. I'm here on Audacity. So I'm inside of Audacity, which is the program that I'm using here. Let me see if I can go to my programs. And there it is, Audacity. So it's right there. It's new because I just downloaded it. But it's free, and it allows you to put the chapter in here. So I put the chapter in. And once I put the chapter in, let me see if I saved Audacity files. I set up a tool and named that tool Audio QA Fix. And once I do Audio QA Fix, it goes in and it makes the adjustments that the file told me to make. So once it makes those adjustments, you can't see it because I have this over here on the side, but it's exporting the audio, changing it over. It's not exporting it yet. I'm going to have to go in and export audio and then upload it again. So now that that's finished, I export the audio to my computer into the correct file as an MP3 stereo 192 kilobits per second, chapter 3, and export. Now that that's going to export, once it goes into the folder, then I can pull it from the folder and upload it to ACX, and then chapter 3 is done. That's really it. I just wanted to show that process because somebody out there is probably working on an audiobook and is like, yo, I'm working on this audiobook and I want to finish it, but I keep getting an error. So I'm going to close that back over, and I know I have to upload it again. Now I have Audacity files, and there goes chapter 3, and I open it, and it should upload without a problem. Now I'm probably going to edit this video because it takes a while for it to upload, but I should get it uploaded with no errors this time. Before, you saw it gave me an error. Once that's done, then you'll be able to hear the audio. And I don't think I'm going to play it because sometimes I have the desktop turned up extremely loud and it could get loud inside of the video here. But this is how you can go in and adjust your levels using Audacity, which is a free program. And I can go in and open a different file, which is chapter 4 MP3. And I open that, and I can close this one. And I don't care about keeping it because it's already done. And I'm going to click through, and I'm going to go Tools, Apply Macro, Audio QA Fix. And that's going to go through and make adjustments. And you can see in real time how it's changing. So chapter 4 was really short. Wow. Now, once chapter 4 is done, I'm going to export audio to computer, and chapter 4 is going to go into that file, and I'll have that ready, and I can just keep going, do all 45 chapters and the closing credits and be done with this. Now, this is still uploading, and that's the only reason I'm talking through this process. It's at 74%. So I'm going to continue to work on the book and open up new files. Just go in, since I'm on chapter 5 now, and I did them as an MP3 and a WAV file, but ACX wants MP3s. So chapter 5 is the chapter that I'm on. I'm going to open that up, and that's going to pop up. I don't care about saving chapter 4 because it's already done. Getting rid of that. Going to select chapter 5, go to my tools. I created a macro, go to Audio QA book, and you can see how the levels, the sound levels increased and then peaked and capped. So I don't have any peaks that are cut off. If you have any cut off peaks, then the platform is going to refuse your upload. And now we see this is at 99%. So we should be good to go. Once I've already updated in those macros, chapter 3 should be good. And then I can go straight on to chapter 4. I know that's not clear because I didn't show how I set up the macro, and I should go back and do a video for that, but this is a long process and I'm trying to finish this by, next week or so. But I'm just waiting on this to finish. So we're at 100% analyzing files, and let's see if we get an error this time. We should not get an error. Shouldn't get an error. Should be good. And boom, there it is. And that's 13 minutes.
Chapter 3.
Yeah, see, that's loud. I didn't want to do that because I know I have it typically too loud inside of OBS. But that's it. I'm going to put this up, and hopefully it helps somebody that's working on a audiobook. And this channel will have technical tips as far as what I can help with is on the technical side, but I'll also be, reading my books and putting my books up. And I guess I should just turn my books into audiobooks as well because audiobooks are becoming so popular. Anyway, that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. See you on the next one.